Hello everyone, it's Emily with Brown Cow Creatives, and today I'm going to walk you through the steps that will teach you how to sublimate. That's exactly what I did here. I sublimated this design onto glitter HTV, and then I applied that HTV to a cotton canvas Easter basket that I found at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to walk you through those steps right now.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to jump right in. So I'm using Photoshop to create the image that I'm going to end up using for my sublimation design. But if you already have if you buy a completed design that's ready to go, a PNG version of it, you can completely skip this step. You do not need to do this. I just wanted to show you how I use this adorable set, Easter alphabet set from Ollie Lou. I love her sets. They're so cute. I've made stickers out of them. I just think they're so much fun. She has a ton of them. You can go check her out. I put the link down in the description. But anyway, so basically what I did is I just pulled in the letters to make my daughter's name, Gracie. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in some of the Easter elements to kind of decorate it. I'm going to speed the video up while I'm doing that, but you'll be able to see kind of how I place stuff, and I just kind of have fun with it and just kind of put them wherever. And then I'm going to take you through the steps that you'll need to do to export this as a PNG file so that you can print it on your sublimation printer and get it going for sublimation. So it's important to note that I did create this when I started Photoshop. I just went to File, New, and I created a new document that was 12 inches by 12 inches or 3600 by 3600 pixels at 300 dpi. And I did use the RGB color mode that will coincide with the color profiles that I received from Cosmos Ink when I purchased the Cosmos Ink. All of that information, I'm actually doing a sublimation for beginners series on my blog if you want to check that out. I also put the link below that you can go and check that out. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to put in my little Easter elements, and then I'm going to export this as a PNG, and then I'm going to pull it into Cricut and show you how to get it set up for sublimation. Here we go. All right, so now that I've got all the elements placed like I want them, what I'm going to do is, oh, and I forgot to mention too at the beginning of this, if you do not have Photoshop, I've also linked down below some resources that you can use. Canva is one of them that is completely free that you can use. You can sign up for a free account and you can use that to create something like this. Or Affinity Designer is also a much cheaper version than Photoshop. I'm actually thinking about switching over to Affinity. I haven't really done a whole lot of research on it, but it looks like a pretty cool gig. So check those two things out if you don't have Photoshop. And again, you can completely skip this step if you have a ready to go design that you have purchased. So you don't need to worry about doing these steps, and you can just skip to the part that when I open up Cricut Design Space and put the design in there. But I just wanted to show you this so that you can kind of get a feel of even how to create your own stuff eventually if you want to. So once I have everything like I want it, all I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these layers together so that it's one big, instead of a whole bunch of layers, it's just one on one layer. I'm going to turn off the background, and then I'm going to cut down the canvas so that the parts that are blank, I don't need that. It just makes the file larger, and you do not need that. So now I've got it exactly like I want it. I'm actually going to do, let's do a quick export as PNG. And it's going to pop up and ask you where you want it. I'm just going to put it on my desktop. We're going to call it Gracie Easter. And there we go. And that's it. So I'm going to meet you back in Cricut Design Space to show you exactly how to get it set up for sublimation. In Cricut Design Space, we have our PNG file ready to upload. Again, if you have a design that is ready to go, you can skip the previous step and start here. So what you'll want to do is find your design. I've already got it uploaded here, but I'm gonna take you through how to do that. So I'm gonna click upload image. I'm gonna go to browse. I'm gonna find my, oh, this is Gracie Easter. And then when I upload it, I'm gonna make sure I click, no matter what, I always click complex to make sure that it's nice and crisp. I'm gonna click continue. If you save it as a PNG with no white background, you do not have to go through and delete the background. It just makes it a lot easier. So it's good to go. I'm going to click apply and continue. Make sure you click print then cut image. Do upload. And it's going to upload at a very, very large scale. You're going to need to scale it down. The reason that it's so large is because when we saved it at 300 dpi to make sure that all of those little bitty details of this design does not get overlooked and start to look blurry. So you can see here it's way too big. So you'll just need to figure out what size your project is going to be. For this particular tutorial, I'm just going to make it 8 inches. And you want to make sure that this lock is actually locked so that when you change the width that it's proportionate when it scales it down. So now it's ready to go. The next thing I want to do is I want to create the offset. The offset is the part that you're going to cut on your HTV glitter. I use glitter vinyl. You can use any kind of HTV that you like, but I love the way the glitter vinyl looks. It looks so fun. And what little girl does not love glitter? What old girl does not love glitter? I mean, let's just be honest. So what I'm going to do, click this button offset. This is a fairly new feature that Cricut finally got. I know Silhouette's had it for quite some time, but finally Cricut got with the program and got it. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. As you can see, it's still in beta, it's still in testing. So, but it's worked very well for me, and I've used it several times. So it defaults to a 1/4 inch. That's going to be way too big for me, for my taste. I don't want that much vinyl showing on my design. So I'm just going to have a little bit of an offset. I'm only going to do about 0.12. I'm going to click apply, and you're going to notice that it's going to, since we set this design up as a print then cut, it's going to think that you want to print then cut this. You don't want to. This is the only layer that you want to set as print then cut, and we're not even going to cut this. We're just going to print this on sublimation paper. So and I'll walk you through that in just a second. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to come up here to this drop down box. It says operation and it says print then cut. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go to cut, and I'm going to do a basic cut. So now it's just a cut layer. And I'm going to go through and contour all of these little dots, little cutouts in the middle of the text out. I don't think they're necessary. So to do that, all you're going to do is click contour, and then you're just going to click on the parts that you do not want to cut. And again, this is a step that you can skip if you would prefer to have those. That's totally up to you. But this is how I prefer to do it, and that's how I'm going to show you. All right, so now I've got my print then cut layer that we're only going to print, and then I've got my basic cut layer that I'm going to cut out of glitter HTV. So I'm going to click on make it. It's going to pop up, and again, this black bar is here. That's fine. You don't need to worry about that because we're not even going to put it on a mat. We're just going to print it. So let me show you how to do that. You're going to click on continue. You're going to click this send to printer. And assuming that you have your sublimation printer all ready to go, you're going to choose your sublimation printer. And again, I'm doing a series right now on sublimation for beginners on my blog. And I've got the first step on how to convert an Epson printer to a sublimation printer. And then I'm going to start going over print presets and color profiles and all that fun extra stuff in the second series, which is coming out the second week of April. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm going to turn this bleed off. I'm going to click on use system dialog, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I want my printer system print box to pop up. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. You're going to click print, and it's going to spin and spin, and you're going to wonder what the heck is going on. But if you drag down Cricut Design Space, look what's behind it. I don't know why it does that, but it's really annoying. It took me forever to realize that that's what it was doing. So, but I created a sublimation I call it sub printing preset. So my printer automatically knows exactly what I want it to do, but I wanted to show you to make sure that this is very, very important. So you want to, I don't know what kind of computer you're using, obviously, but I use a Mac, and Macs for some reason are a little more challenging to work with. So if you're on a PC, this should not be very difficult. But my print presets already have my color profile, so it knows exactly what color profile that it's going to be using. It knows exactly, oh, this is the really important thing. So I'm going to click on print settings, and this is where you can choose your paper type. I always select high quality, and this is the kind of paper that I use. I'm using a sublimation paper, and I've linked that where you can get that down in the description as well. But this right here is what you want. You want to make sure that this is checked. If this is not checked, you're going to have to reprint it, because if your image comes out and you can read it correctly, then when you press it, it's not going to be correct. So you have to make sure you click mirror image. And for some reason, it does not show you a preview of that. It's not going to show you that it's going to be mirrored, but I have actually already printed this and it did mirror. So everything is good there. So I'm not going to click print because, like I said, I've already printed it. So after I'm done printing that, it's going to think that you want to cut it. Just completely skip this step. Completely skip it. Go to the next panel, and you are going to, again, make sure that you mirror. And this is the layer that you are going to cut out on Glitter HTV or regular HTV, whichever you prefer. So you're going to make sure that you're choosing Glitter HTV. I'm going to browse. There's glitter vinyl. That's not what I want. Glitter iron-on. There it was right there. I knew I saved it. Okay, glitter iron-on. And it's going to say, hey, make sure your mirrors turn on. It's on. We're good. Everything is good. And then you're going to just go through, and I'm going to load my mat, and I'm going to get this cut, and then I'm going to show you exactly what to do next on how to get it to sublimate. Okay, so now I'm back over to my little work area, and I have this is my Glitter HTV, and oh, it's so pretty, I love it. And then this is my mirrored printed design on sublimation paper. So you can see it looks kind of funny, but I promise you it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Stick with me. Okay, so all you are actually gonna peel this off of your transfer sheet. You're not going to need that, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. So I'm going to peel this off very, very carefully. Oh, Lord. Okay. Be very careful. Don't mess it up. Don't rip it too hard because it will rip. Okay. Did I rip it? Oh, gosh. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm almost there. Peel these little ears back, and then these, oh, you know what, I need to turn my Cricut on, or my heat press on. I turned my heat press on to 400 degrees. Okay, so, oh gosh, did I rip it? Nope. Okay, I made that a lot harder than it really had to be, so sorry about that. Okay, so now, look how pretty. Oh, you probably can't even, can you see it? I don't know if you can. It looks way better in person, but okay. So now I've got this is my offset. This is what I'm going to sublimate on. And then this is my sublimation done. So now I'm going to move this over. Move this over. Okay. So this is when the Teflon, this is the question that I've gotten a lot about this. How in the world did you sublimate onto Glitter HTV without the HTV activating? Well, the witchcraft, the sorcery is this piece of Teflon. So I linked down below in the description where you can get this fantastic product. And while I'm thinking about that, you also are going to need a spray adhesive, and I also linked that. So let me grab mine. I'm actually using I'm using this Elmer's. I'm almost out of it, but the one that I linked, I think it's on Amazon for like 11 bucks, but you can go to Michael's and get it. It's called like tack, something tack. I can't remember what it's called, but you can get it at Michael's for like $5. So I'm going to take my spray, my adhesive, spray adhesive, and I'm not going to spray this. I'm actually going to spray this. So I'm just going to really lightly. And the reason that you want to do this is because when you sublimate it, you don't want it to have the ghosting. You don't want it to move. And this prevents that from happening. You can also use tape, but this is so much easier. Tape is such a pain in the butt to me. So I'm just going to spray a light coating of this on my design. Very, very light. No, you don't have to get too much because it's actually pretty good. It's really strong. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to get this lined up exactly like I want it. And the reason that I pull this off of the carrier sheet is because I want to make sure I can hold it up to the light. That's what I'm doing. I'm holding it up to the light to make sure that it's, I did not do a good job of that at all. So I'm going to redo it. And again, like I said, it gets pretty tacky. It's pretty good. So you'll have to kind of be really careful when you pull it off. But this is actually really hard to do, that not in the light. I wish I had more light in here. I need to invest in a light, don't I? Oh, it's ready. Okay, let me see if that's better. I'm going to hold this up. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Okay, cool. Yay. All right, so now I've got it. And it should be good to go now. So I've got my glitter HTV on the bottom, Teflon sheet, glitter HTV, then the design, and now I'm going to put a little piece of butcher paper right on top. And this is to protect my heat press. I don't want my heat press to get all gross. So this will protect it. And I've, again, linked that in the description below. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to 60 seconds. And I'm going to press it. It does not need pressure. You don't need pressure for sublimation. So I'm going to lay it on there and I'm going to let it go. And then we're going to do the big reveal and hopefully I'm not embarrassed. Let me set it to 60 seconds, 400 degrees. All right, here we go. So I'm going to lay this right there. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, y'all. My fingers have that tacky stuff on it. And I couldn't get my fingers off my sweater. Okay. All right, so here we go. You can never reuse butcher paper, just so you know. So you're going to throw that away. Okay, I'm nervous. Okay. I hope it looks good. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. That is amazing. This is so exciting. I am so addicted to doing sublimation. It's so much fun. I'm just going to be honest with you. I have no idea what I'm going to put this thing on, but I'm going to find something because that is so cute. All right, so this is good. The colors in real life are nothing like what you're seeing. I mean, it looks okay on this. I'm looking at the video. It looks okay. It looks amazing in person. This is so cool. I absolutely love this. This is so cute. It's so good. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool just a little bit. And once it's cooled, you can peel it off and you can attach it or heat press it to anything that you want to. So you'll have to read your settings. And I think once I decide what I'm going to put this on, I'll probably come back and do a video on how to do it. But it's really just like using any kind of HTV now at this point, because this design is now a part of this HTV. So isn't that so cool? I'm so excited. I love it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nerd, but I think it's great. So I'm gonna pull this off. See, it comes right off. This is the magic of Teflon. It does not. It won't stick to it. I don't know why. I'm not a scientist. I don't get it, but it doesn't. So it's great. It's so you can do whatever you want with this. This is so cool. I'm so excited. The sublimation, this opens the door to so many projects, because it's sometimes it's a little hard to find. I don't know about you, but I don't really love the texture of polyester. It's kind of some of it's kind of thin and you can kind of see through it, and I don't know, sometimes I just like a cotton shirt. And so this solves your problem because it allows you to sublimate on anything. Look how cute! I'm so excited! Yay!
Okay, well, I hope you liked this. I hope it helped. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm happy to help. Just send me a message. You can go to my website and send me a message there, or you can email me at browncowcreatives@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.